Yo, what is up, YouTube? What a great picture here. DGP back again with another video, and I am recording this post live stream. I just did a live stream. I kind of tested it out, and I realized I'm doing new stuff. Realized I had some audio playing, and it kind of goes throughout the whole video, and you're not going to be able to see it. So I'm basically going to record this video, and it's going to be the same stuff I talked about in my live stream. And it's Yo, what's up, YouTube? What a great picture here. DGP back again with another episode. In this video right here, I'm recording this via OBS. I was testing it out, got a new PC. I even live streamed this video on what I'm about to talk about, and the audio just kind of messed up. The audio was there, but I had something playing in the background from some of the videos that I had going through the video, and the audio was there. It was played throughout the whole video. So basically, you're going to get this video right now. You're going to get it like how it was supposed to be a live stream. You're going to get this in the shorter version. So be sure to hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, and let's go ahead and just get into this video right now. So first things first, I've been going for about a week and been work. So I missed out a couple things. One of the biggest things I missed out on, however, is David Andrews coming back. Yes, sir, David Andrews, the captain, leader of the offensive lineman. He's back. You know, although we lost Joe Thuney, I thought that we can get either one or the other. And once Thuney left and I saw the money, I was like, damn, David Andrews is probably going to get like 4 or 5 years, $50, $60 million. Yeah, he probably gone. And then after, the signing with Ted Karras, I was like, dang, he's going to be going. We signed him. That's going to be the center. And then I was like, maybe potentially this could be a Dante Hightower situation where, he comes in and he goes out, tests free agency, and he comes back and says, you know what? I'll take the deal that you got me. And that's exactly what happened. He went out there. He said he tested free agency. Saw what was out there. Decided to come back to New England. Now, my only question is how the hell did we get him for 4 years, $19 million? Like, was that really the market? Was under about $5 million a year? Is that the market? It's not even a fully guaranteed contract. If they would have said this is a 4-year, $20 million contract, fully guaranteed, I'd have been like, all day, $20 million, 4 years guaranteed. All of it, go ahead, I take that. But it's a 4-year, $19 million, $6.5 million guaranteed by one of the best centers in the NFL, I would think. I don't know if he's top 5. I would put him at number 5, 6-ish range. But this dude is a baller. This dude's a beast. He's a stud. He's the captain of that offensive lineman. And the fact that he's staying back here for less than $5 million a year, whoo, unbelievable, man. So shout out to David Andrews, man. Coming back, a very team-friendly deal, although we had a lot more money. Again, I don't know what his market was, but hey, I'll take it. And I think we kind of took advantage of teams not having that much money for the cap. And I would think maybe if he did come back, it would be a 1-2-year deal, which, after 2 years we can get out the contract. But still, 4-year deal, I don't think he's going to go anywhere. So he'll be 33, and then maybe he'll get a payday after that. But, man, shout out to David Andrews for coming back, man. You, for real. Hey, he's that dude. David Andrews is that dude. Moving on, man, we got another signing, man. Kyle Van Noy, man. Yes, sir. Kyle Van Noy, former linebacker for us. He decided to go to Miami, go ahead and get his payday, go ahead, cash out, not mad, go get your bread. But because of the COVID, because salary cap got decreased, they had to make some cuts. And the Dolphins decided to cut Kyle Van Noy, save him about $10, $15 million in cap. But, he only played one season with them. And he got $30 million because, he signed like a 4-year, $50 million contract, $30 million guaranteed. And that guaranteed dollar is going to get paid. So he basically signed a 1-year, $30 million deal for in Miami. And ended up coming back for a 2-year, $12 million deal, which, he just made $30 million. So it ain't much. And again, it's really like 2 1-year deals with that. And Calvin Noy, again, he's a guy to like in the locker room. And it's going to be huge, too, because we're going to run a lot of 4-2-5 defense. And with Dante Hightower coming back, and that's an underrated factor too. With Hightower coming back, although Uche and them boys, they were a little young last year. Maybe now that you have the vet presence back with Hightower, with Van Noy, where they can actually see them work. They're actually in the meetings. They're like, hopefully they're face-to-face a little bit, but they're actually seeing them work on the field. Now those rookies, those Uches and all the other younger linebackers, they're like, okay, we see that. Let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to do that. So shout out to Van Noy. And everything come back. So now we're going to be nice with Hightower and Van Noy. And then with Dante Hightower, coming back after taking a year off, look at Rob Gronkowski. It took him a little bit to get into playing shape. Although Gronk was officially retired, I'm pretty sure Dante Hightower was still maintaining his diet, but he's still going to have to get into game shape. You can work out, do all that stuff, but it's nothing like game shape. So he's going to have to get back in shape. But now that we have Kyle Van Noy, now you can be like, hey, Hightower, we can ease you along. And again, I brought up Gronkowski because Hightower's been injury prone. Playing that run stopping linebacker, Gerard Mayo, Teddy Bruschi, those type of boys, it takes a toll on your body. It really does. And so taking that year off, now his body can kind of be rejuvenated. Not to how he was coming fresh out of Alabama, but maybe like 2-3 years ago before the injuries really started to take a toll, he can get back to that, little bit of looseness and maybe getting a little bit of, just help him out a little bit. So, hey, man, this defense looking good. But enough of the defense. Let's go back to the offense because that's what the video's for. How the Patriots want to attack in 2021. Now, I hate to say this, I hate to do this, but I mean, they're going to go back to Gronk and let's be adults. They're going to go back to the 2 tight end set with Gronkowski and Aaron Hernandez. Back in that 2011 season was amazing. Gronkowski about 90 catches, 1,300 yards, 17 touchdowns, which I believe is still a tight end record for most touchdowns in a single season. And then look at Aaron Hernandez, man. He had about, I think, 80 or some odd catches, 900 yards, and about 7 or so touchdowns. So you combine the two, you're looking at about a little bit over 900, about not 900, looking over 2,200 yards, 24 TDs, almost about 150, 175 receptions. I take that any day. If Jonnu and Hunter Henry can get 75% of that, I take that. And so, they're not going to be the same as Gronk and Hernandez. They're not going to be, that 1,000. Damn near had 2 tight ends with over 1,000 yards. They're not going to do that. We don't have Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback of all time. We're not a pass-first team like we were back in 2011. This is Cam Newton. This is Damien Harris. And we're going to be a run-heavy team. And so these 2 tight ends, Jonnu Smith can block phenomenally. He has a little bit of that elusiveness like Aaron Hernandez, but he has a little bit of the run blocking like Rob Gronkowski. Hunter Henry, he has the moves and a little bit like Gronkowski. He's going to get in his breaks, get in and get out. He might break a tackle or two. I mean, he also has the injuries, kind of like Gronkowski, but knock on wood, hopefully that doesn't happen. But having these 2 tight end sets back, Jonnu Smith, hasn't had a season over 500 yards, but I feel like he's due for a breakout season. I think in this system, he's going to get at least 500, 600 yards. And Hunter Henry, man, he's been getting 600 yards as long as he remains healthy. 600 yards, about 7, 8 touchdowns. So I think having this duo is going to be something crazy. So again, Jonnu Smith, I expect him to get about 500, 600 yards. He had 8 touchdowns last year, so maybe we can bump it up to 10, potentially, depending on the red zone, and then have Hunter Henry, who can still, I think he's going to stay consistent with the 600 yards and 8 TDs because he's now not the number 1 tight end on the team. He's the number 2 tight end on the team. He's going to have somebody to take the load off, and also we're going to be running the ball a lot, so we're going to probably ask him, give us about 40 plays a game. Give us about 40 plays a game, man. About 40 plays a game potentially, and we'll be good. So, yes, shout out to Jonnu Smith, not David Andrews, Hunter Henry. I think we're going to go back to that 2 tight end set. It might be similar to how Gronk and Bennett was, because Gronk Hernandez, that was just something that will never be duplicated, I think. But maybe similar to Gronk and Bennett, although they weren't on the field as much because of injuries with Rob Gronkowski. When they were on the field, I believe that Chicago Bears game that year, it was Martellus Bennett's return game. They both went off. They both went crazy. And I feel like that can be some of the things that we see. You can see a Jonnu Smith getting about 2 touchdowns, getting about, 100 or some odd yards. You can see a Hunter Henry getting about 2-3 touchdowns in the same game as well as Jonnu getting 100 yards. So these 2 guys, I honestly think that this right here is going to be really good. And again, we haven't had tight ends since Gronkowski retired. We had a bunch of no names the past 2 years, and Belichick basically going out to the tight ends, getting this money, admitted that it's like, look, I fucked up. It's time to get better. So that's going to be that. And then we're going to have that dude, the workhorse, man. Shout out to Damien Harris, man. Damien Harris, he had a big spurt. I thought he had more yards than what he did, but he really only had like about 600, 700 yards, but it felt like more. Like once he got going a little bit, he had them spurts where, he looked unstoppable. And I think with him, Sony Michel, and bringing back James White for another year is giving Cam Newton an opportunity. Now he has a full offseason for him to actually learn the offense, actually get, in tune with these receivers. Last year, he came in basically towards the end of training camp, won the starting job, really didn't build that much chemistry, basically was learning as the season was going along. And then as he admitted on I Am Athlete, which I said before, which I tweeted out before, he's going to have to, get better pre-snap reads. And I think him missing COVID, missing that time, it really hurt him. So having those 2 tight ends, and Cam Newton was at his best when we had a 2 tight end system. So having those 2 tight ends, having Damien Harris, Sony Michel, James White, and then you're going to have Julian Edelman, you're going to have Nelson Aguilar outside, running a lot of 12 personnel. I think this offense is going to be a lot like I want to say like similar to how we were in that playoff game against the Chargers back in 2018. Was it 2017, 2018? That playoff game, I think that's going to be the game plan. We're going to be run heavy team. The game where Tony Michel went off, Brady was hitting the receivers and all that stuff. Wasn't that many deep shots. I think that's how the offense is going to be for the whole season. You're going to see a lot of the run. I can see us doing a triple option. Cam Newton in the backfield. Fakes it off to Damien Harris. Rolls out to the right. Pitches it to James White. Boom. Takes it to the Baja. Takes it to 6. So I feel like that's what's going to happen, man. This team is going to be good, man. I'm expecting us to go 8-8, 10-6. That's my early predictions. Maybe, when they add a 17th game in, we'll see how the schedule, how everything unfolds. But I think that's how we're going to handle this operation, man. And so, look, I'm looking at one person and one person only. Josh McDaniels and Bill Belichick. Even though I don't have Bill Belichick on the screen. Josh McDaniels, you haven't had weapons the past 2 years. You've had to make a lot happen. Now this is your time. This is your opportunity to figure out how we want to get this done. And I think the 2 tight end set, that's when the Patriots are at their best. And I think that's when we are at our best. And honestly, I'm ready for this team. I'm ready for this team. I'm ready for this offense. And so that's pretty much, going to be it for the video. Like I said, I did a live stream. A couple of things messed up. But we're going to get better at it. We're going to focus. We're going to get better. And I just feel like this is just a shorter version of the live stream. So that's going to be it. Like, subscribe, comment, all that great stuff. Patriot fans, love y'all. Catch you next time, y'all. Peace.